It's been quite a difficult journey over the last few days, hasn't it? Daisy's been getting really anxious, really struggling, so we've had to stop off quite a lot. But we have now just arrived in Denia. It's absolutely beautiful here, but we've never fully explored it, so I can't actually wait to explore it.
We've only ever really explored it when we're getting the ferry across to Ibiza, so we've had like a quick look around when there's been like an hour wait, you know, for the ferry. So we've never explored it fully. We've got a fantastic park up there right on the beach where you can park for 24 hours, we think.
Free!
I think you can. It says no motorhomes or caravans, and then it says for 24 hours, so I'm presuming it means no longer than 24 hours. That's what we're going with anyway, so let's explore Denia. That'll make a right little house, won't it?
Oh, look at that. Mind you, you'd have to have like the curtains shut the entire time, wouldn't you, because of all glass?
Yeah, it's not the best thing, is it, glass and sun?
No,
it's
you
be
want
like a
reflective
greenhouse.
glass, don't you, really? I bet that's been, I wonder if it's been a restaurant or something like that.
Possibly.
Yeah, it must have been, mustn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of these places are still sort of picking up again though after COVID and stuff. A lot of them still haven't got quite back on the feet. There were a lot of places that shut. Oh, I'd give anything to just have one of these little houses.
Just stopped at this little restaurant and had a Fanta lemon and a coffee. Fanta lemon's a new caramel latte while I'm in Europe because it's too hot for a caramel latte. Emma's laughing because we've tried to just cool Daisy down. Look at this setup she's got here, right? That's blocking the sun.
I've put ice cubes down her harness, a couple of ice cubes, and she just looked at me like, it just let her melt a little bit because she's a bit
Keep you cool, Daisy, won't it? You keep you cool in your little cool setup.
She keeps managing to check them out though.
We haven't started to explore Denia yet. We're just going to have a look. There's some kind of cave tunnel thing behind us. This guy's just come across to our table trying to sell us these bracelets. I says, oh no, I've already got, look at me. I don't need any more bracelets, do I? So he's like, oh, a belt. I said, no, I don't need a belt either. Muchas gracias. So he said, and then he said, he's gifted me these two, bless him, because he said I look Jamaican. I'll treasure those. Where we've just had our little coffee at the Good Burger.
These in for this lady.
Emma's forgotten something. That's just tidying up. Yeah, that was really bad of me, that one. I was just about to walk off and leave that then, for that poor lady to do. Instead I'm letting Emma do it. This is the street that we're on. The architecture already is absolutely beautiful. And we want to explore.
I'm walking like John Wayne today.
Bless you. You're in a lot of pain, aren't you, today? So we want to explore this cave thing just up here. That looks pretty interesting. Wow, look at this.
Oh, that's very clever.
That's great, isn't it?
Amazing.
Very good, very good. Muchas gracias. So I'm not quite sure what's through here.
To this shelter. They lived in constant fear. This tunnel apparently was used basically during the Spanish Civil War. There were 37 bombings, 32 people killed and over 100 people injured. And basically this was a kind of a refugee tunnel, an escape tunnel if you like, a place for people to come for shelter and to keep safe. This tunnel was basically one of the main tunnels that led to a few various air raid shelters. And it was used between 1936 to 1939 during the Spanish Civil War. After that it was then reopened and used for ripening of bananas, and then later on it's been used more to basically get access from one side of the town to the other. So this tunnel is built right underneath the castle, and when they actually built it they blasted both sides simultaneously, and it took, I think they had, it said something like 80 odd workers or something that they had working on it, metal workers and excavators and all different stuff, and they were all local people, and then they had refugees that came and joined them in order to sort of filter it all out and clean, you know, get rid of all the stone and what have you, and they removed over 1,000 cubic feet of limestone. I'm just saying that it's when you're walking through it, it's like factually it's interesting, isn't it? But as you're walking through somewhere like that and you're thinking people walk through that every single day just to get from one side to the other, you know, to go to work or whatever. And you think people would have come running down to that tunnel, absolutely terrified, just trying to get to, you know, like safety and shelter and stuff like that. And it's amazing how lucky we actually are that we don't have to do anything like that. Whoa, look at that.
It's great because you've got these bustling little streets here and then like the mountain there just in the background. Absolutely beautiful. This building here, this is well nice. It's like the, must be like the town hall in the square or something. But have you seen these trees, guys, here? These trees are, they're purple. I might have to cut to B-roll to show you, and I'll just overlay the fact that these they're trees with purple leaves or flowers. I don't think I've ever seen that before. A government building.
Like a kind of, I suppose same as we have a town hall, but it's more, I don't know, they're more important, aren't they, their government buildings than our town halls are, I suppose.
I don't know how good those trees are showing up on camera. But they've got purple flowers, that's wicked.
Absolutely beautiful.
Look how stunning this is up here.
It just goes to show though, doesn't it? If you don't, we've been to Denia, I don't even know how many times to get ferry across, because we've done the Denia crossing a number of times. And we've never ever investigated it like this, and it's absolutely stunning.
First impressions are that this is probably one of the most beautiful Spanish towns I think I've ever seen. It really, really is beautiful. Beautifully
It feels like
done.
It's got way more history than like Ibiza does.
Yeah.
The buildings are a lot older and it's absolutely beautiful.
It is. I'm really, really impressed so far. We're just going to spend like 2 or 3 days here. We'll just kind of hunker down in this town and just kind of get to know it a little bit. That's the beauty about this trip and slowing things down. As you know, we're normally like going next place, but we're just going to spend some time here and just kind of get to know little different places and stuff.
The upside of me not being able to walk very far.
Yeah, we've had to slow it down. Well, it's slowed me right down on it but it's good. I'm quite glad it has really, because you kind of, you know, we're going really slowly, so we're kind of getting to really know different places and different people and stuff. You know, it's really nice.
Oh, look at the buildings.
This is stunning, isn't it? Love Spain. Everywhere you go, there's just tables and chairs everywhere for you to sit down.
The only problem is you bump into a lot of things because you spend your whole time sort of going like that.
Yeah, and then you go colliding into a table and chairs set. Well, we're going to come here for dinner later. El Royal, I think it's pronounced, for some tapas food. Which, that's the thing with vlogging, innit? Because now I'll be able to look back at the footage and find out exactly where that lovely little place is. I promise you guys, I'm one for going, oh, this is absolutely epic, this is absolutely epic. And obviously it's become a bit of a catchphrase, but I promise you, if you come here for your holiday,
it's absolutely epic.
It is, you would not be disappointed. If
No,
you've never been to Spain, you're like weighing different places up or whatever, then this, I'd definitely recommend this, and I've only been here a short amount of time. This is great.
Then you kind of feels when you first come like a little, tiny little sort of seaside resort thing. And it's not at all, you know, it's not at all. There's a lot of history behind it, there's some beautiful architecture here, and it's really big actually, very big.
Yeah, it is. It really is fantastic and very, very clean, spotlessly clean.
Oh,
but look at this, you go around the corner, look, that's live on camera, not set up. We haven't built that just for the camera. And you've got these lovely little streets. Oh, what?
You want to go see what that is? See all flags?
Oh, yeah. Let's check this out, guys, down here. We've just spotted some flags right at the bottom there where those people are walking. Let's see what this is about.
It might have been for some festival because they do have a lot of festivals, don't they? So it might be for something that's already been and gone.
Yeah, possibly so.
They have a lot of kind of festivals for absolutely everything.
But knowing our luck, we've missed yet again.
We always miss it. We always miss it. We missed that with the tents, didn't we?
In Tarragona.
Yeah.
But just look at these, and look how spotless it is. There's not one piece of litter literally anywhere. It's spotlessly clean. This, I am well happy with this. I'm well happy with this place. Because it doesn't feel too touristy
Not
either.
at all, no.
Do you know, you go to some places and, you know, we're doing Benidorm in a week or so, and you go to places we've never been, so I'm being a bit presumptuous, but you know, you go to places that are definitely known for tourists. It doesn't feel like that here. It just feels very safe and lovely. Arrived at the flags, guys. We're not quite sure why the flags are here.
It's definitely been a festival of some description though, because look, it's got paintings all over the floor.
Daisies, like you, Daisy. There's daisies.
Look at these little houses though, aren't they so cute?
This is epic.
It's still a bit big for me, for tiny houses, but
yeah,
they are really cute. Look at this one here, painted in all navy blue.
Ain't that beautiful?
They've got all these little octopus things hanging from the ceiling, look. Yeah, there's definitely been, or it's going to be, some sort of festival,
kind of festival. The Spanish have quite a lot of festivals though, don't they? There's one where they all throw tomatoes at each other. And then there's one, I don't know if this is far down south, where a bull chases you through the streets. I don't know if they still do that, I'm not sure. But another tomato one, I think that's more Madrid, is it? I might be just guessing now, but just vaguely in the back of my mind, I'm remembering that they've got some quite unique Spanish things, aren't there? Spanish festivals and stuff.
Hola. You speak any English?
Why the flags?
Tonight?
Tonight?
Sí. Remember.
Oh, okay, okay.
Música disco.
Oh, fabulous.
One moment, please.
Oh, we'll be coming. It feels really, yeah, really nice. Very happy, yeah. Oh, muchas gracias.
Today, tomorrow.
Oh, muchas gracias. Thank
Muchas
you.
gracias.
Come here. Oh, sí, sí.
So we found out what these flags are.
Ish. We need to get somebody to translate this leaflet for us. But apparently it's a festival to make you happy. And it's a remembrance festival. I'm not sure. It seems like it says 100% remember, Pepe Nacho. So I don't really know what it's about, but we'll look into it. We'll look it up online, and it goes on all weekend. Starts 9:30 tonight, goes on until after midnight, and then there's things all day Saturday, all day Sunday. There's all sorts going on. So we'll have to get it translated.
They're good, that, wasn't it?
Come back and have a look. Yeah, this is what I mean though about how you just kind of you come across things that you least expect. Oh, how
Manage. Come on, Daisy.
Look at that little house there. That's cute.
It's nice, isn't it? Cafeterias Andreas.
You can probably Google that, nav it.
Yeah, we're just trying to. I don't even know if this will make the vlog, but if it does, the reason we're doing this is because we've realised that we're probably not going to be able to find that festival thing. So we're just going to vlog a little bit of a few landmarks along the way so we can find it. We're going to go tonight for some tapas food, proper Spanish tapas.
You treat yourself to a night out.
So we just found some orange trees.
Oh,
Our first ever sighting of a Spanish orange tree.
Oh, you need
Look.
to get one. Get up.
I can't reach them. How cool is this? Look at these. You see that? Oranges on a tree. It's just great, isn't it, that?
Yeah, but I want
I
one.
can only get my oranges from a supermarket. But they're just like hanging off a tree. It's a proper orange tree. I can't believe I've seen one. Oh, so cool, isn't it? We could have got one and had some orange juice.
Okay. This is where we turned right down here.
All right, so we've done like a circle, haven't we?
Yeah, so
Along the back streets.
to get to that, you'd have to come.
Past the orange trees.
No, you'd come up. You'd turn where you see the port. You'd turn right from the port, go up and round to the left, and then just keep going.
I'm going to cut the camera here and then join us later because the camera's going to die, so I need to charge it back up. So join us later for some more exploration of Denia.
Sal de tu nido, paloma linda, anda y prueba tu volar. No tengas miedo, mi palomita, que nada te va a pasar. Anda y prueba tus alas bonitas, sin que el temor te limite.
We went up to that festival. I couldn't film it because it was really weird. We got there and like they were really cute. The street were like filled with tables and they had paid waiters and waitresses there. But they were all like wearing matching t-shirts and stuff to celebrate this, whatever it was. And we did ask people, like there were some young people there that spoke like fluent English and we're asking them what it was and they were saying it's a party. And I was like, yeah, but why? And they said, well, it's a party to celebrate the fact that we have a party. And I just didn't understand. And basically, the gist of it was they've been having this party on that street for 150 years. And so this was the 150th anniversary of a party. So they had a party. And it goes on like 3 days, apparently. But it's very much the local people, like sat, you know, they're having a meal and everything. Like the street were lined with tables and everybody were having a meal, and it just felt really rude to sort of get camera out and start filming because we clearly didn't belong there anyway. We weren't local. They were really welcoming. They were really nice and everything, and you know, we had a glass of pop and stuff, but we didn't stay long because it just. If we could have found the woman that invited us, I think it'd have felt a little bit different. But because I couldn't find her, I just kind of felt like we'd gate crash this party and then to start getting the camera out and when all the kids were out and playing out and sat at these, you know, tables and what have you, it just didn't feel right. So we didn't film that, but it was interesting. It was just a party for the sake of a party, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just felt really rude. Like they were literally sat having a meal and I was like, we can't film this. So we kind of had a look there. We've been in Denia 3 days now. So this is our second park up spot. Really nice, again, overlooking the beach. But we couldn't stay in the other one where we were kind of the first night because it's 24 hours and we didn't want to be rude and kind of try and get away with it. So we just said we'd move, so we've moved down the other end. We're going to kind of leave Denia now because we've kind of seen everything there is to see. Last night we found a really cool kind of Mexican bar and got to know the people behind the bar and stuff, so we had a couple of drinks there. So yeah, we're going to head further down the coast now to a place that they've recommended called Llama something. You know, I'm like forgetting things wrong, but Llama something.
Can't remember what it's called now. But these guys that ran this Mexican restaurant, really, really nice people. She was French and he was from Mexico originally. But he'd lost everything during some kind of, I don't know, like natural disaster or something. He'd lost his boat, he'd lost his place of business, everything. And so he moved to Denia quite a few years ago now and set up this bar and built himself like a kind of little hut place that he lives in. And he recommended going down to this place, wherever it is, which I will remember when I have a look on my map because I have pinned it on there. But Denia's been just lovely, really nice. It's not our normal vibe. I wouldn't say it's very kind of alternative as such. It's got little areas that are a bit like that, but it's not that alternative culture sort of feel. But it is really nice. It's got a really big bustling town that we'd never even realised were there. It's got some beautiful architecture, absolutely gorgeous. It's got some lovely little back streets that are a real contrast to the main town, where there's all these little tiny houses and everybody's sort of, you know, hanging the washing out of the top floors, and it's really thin streets. Big contrast between buildings as well. Some sort of really big homes, massive, and then these really sort of little tiny homes. Although we did see inside one of them going past, and they're not as tiny as what you think. They look really thin from the front, but they go really far back, which is not what we're used to in UK, because kind of in Georgian times we sort of went for building these massive frontal buildings, didn't we? Whereas like here, it's not about the flashness of it. So you've got a big house, but from the front it looks like a small house. But it's been really nice, it's been really welcome. It's been nice to have a rest as well. It's been quite windy, but still red hot as well. So that's been quite nice as well, because you've had that breeze, but you've had the nice heat, and it's just given me a chance to sort of really sort of relax, rest, you know, try and get myself feeling a bit better as well, not rushing around so much.
Daisy's having a little siesta. So we've bought her some, she's doing all right in the heat. She's got cool mats, and as you've seen, kind of the white sheets and everything. She's doing okay, plenty of water, and obviously she's been before. But we have bought her some doggy clippers to kind of give her a little bit of a trim, just because she's really long haired, and so we're going to try and get some of that hair off her so she's a little bit cooler, bless her. But she's doing really well, but she'll be much cooler if we can do that. So that should be funny, because she doesn't even like being combed. But obviously it's the best for her if we can shorten that hair a little bit. She'll be much cooler. But she's probably going to savage our fingers off. But at the minute she's having a siesta.
She's completely unawares as to what is coming. Completely unawares as to what is coming. Bless her heart. But it is, last time we brought her, you see, we normally get her groomed before we bring her, so that it gets that undercoat, because these long-haired chihuahuas, they have like 2 layers, and normally if you take her to a qualified groomer, most of them will refuse to shave her because the hair doesn't always grow back as it should do on chihuahuas. I don't know if that's generally with all dogs, but these ones where they've got kind of 2-layer coats, it doesn't always grow back the same. But we didn't take her for that doing. We didn't get her undercoat done because I didn't think it'd be as warm this time of year, so I thought it'd be a bit cooler for her. But we have had like some days where it's been really sort of stifling hot, and especially on an evening as well. Like, it's night times, it's quite nice, but then you get to the mornings, and if you have a bit of a lie-in, it's stifling. It's really warm. So I think that, yeah, shaving her down will be the best thing. But I've watched some YouTube clips, and some of these groomers say it's fine to do it, just going with the fur. So we'll just see what happens. I probably won't even get anywhere near her with them anyway. Probably start and she'll just have my hand off. All did not go according to plan. Oh my goodness. So we've got these shears. I tried shearing her down with them. It wouldn't do anything. It wasn't even touching the hair on her. Honestly, not touching her whatsoever. Absolutely useless. Totally and utterly useless. So I ended up having to do it with scissors, which then looked just a mess. I mean, she looked like she'd got chunks taken out of her. I don't know what it is about cutting dog's hair. It's completely and utterly different to cutting a human being's hair. And she just had these lines all the way through her. So I've been sort of saying to Reese, we're going to have to take her to a groomer. It's a bit of a false economy because I've bought the clippers and now they're absolutely useless. Tried altering them. Tried everything on the instructions, everything I could find on the internet about it, and nothing would make them cut her fur. It were literally just taking tiny little bits off. So ultimately we took her to a groomer's. Oh, I don't know if it was language barrier or what it was. Honestly, me and Reese just can't stop laughing. We cannot stop laughing. The state of it is absolutely unbelievable. Bless her heart. So I took her in, and I said, keep this bit long here, but I've made a bit of a mess at the back of her coat, so I just want it cutting down. I want it about this long, so I'm saying like an inch long, you know, just want it just trimming down to that. And I'm explaining, like, keep this long, keep her tail long, just take the back of her coat and her legs like down to like this sort of length, like an inch length. And I insisted on staying with her because there was no way I was leaving her. I mean, it were in somebody's, like, it were in the house in like a garage, but it had really good reviews. But I went into this garage and it was absolutely stifling hot, like no aircon, nothing, really, really hot. So I said, I'm staying with her, I'm not leaving her here. They've got about 5 or 6 dogs in there that they were bathing and clipping and goodness knows what. Anyway, she starts shaving her, and I'm not kidding you, I just wanted to shout stop. But what do you do when somebody started? They'd already taken a chunk out straight of the back of her neck as well, like straight out. So I didn't really have an option but to just let him continue. So she's nearly bald, I'm not kidding you. Have you ever seen those Chinese crested dogs? That's what she looks like, except for this bit around her face, which were all straggly, you know, which, like, me and Reese are not groomed, you know what I mean? Like, she suits us better as she looks, you know. She's a bit scraggly, she's a bit like us. And she's saying, do you want me to trim this, basically, like in Spanish, but that's what she was saying. I'm saying, no, it's fine, leave it messy. And she's like, oh, a little bit. So I said, okay, just a little bit, but I want it messy. And she's trimmed it in a circle. And I can't remember what teddy it is. If you can remember, let me know. I think it went off like a cartoon or a film or something. And it's like, it's a little teddy and it's got like a round, like it's got fur around it like that, but in a complete circle. And then the rest of it's just plain. Me and Reese have been rolling on the floor laughing because it's that bad. I nearly cried in the beginning, but once I got myself over it, let me show you what she looks like. Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, she is cooler. She's been a lot happier because she's cooler. We're having to keep her out of the sun more though now. Like, it's even harder now because her fur is so short. She's got really, it is still fur. I mean, she's got probably about ½ centimetre of fur, but it's not much protection on her skin, that, for her. So, I mean, obviously she's in a pram anyway. That keeps the, you know, the sun off her. But I am concerned about her getting sunburn. And I mean, like, her paws are immaculately, like, they've trimmed all the hair on her paws. She looks like she's about to enter Crufts or something, don't you? Yeah, I know. But she is definitely feeling better, I think, because her nose is wet and she's like, she's being happier. She's running around. But it reminds me of, there's a David Attenborough film program thing, a David Attenborough program, and he's got this bird. And it clears this clearing, and it does this dance. It's and he puts like, David Attenborough puts like music behind it that's like Spanish music, and it's doing this sort of dance for this other bird, and it pulls all its plume feathers out around it itself, and it does this dance, and it just reminds me of that. I mean, what is that all about? Look at her. She doesn't look like she belongs to us now, does she? Look at her, honestly. But she's got this line at the back of her neck as well that's really bad, where she's not merged the hair in. And then there's lines like down her legs as well where they've not done it very well. So I'm not overly impressed, to be honest with you. I won't say name of place because that'd just be mean, because they did fit us in. But I'm not overly impressed because we were waiting around like 2 hours as well in heat to get it done, because they kept sending us away and coming back, sending us away, coming back. But she is cooler. She's definitely cooler, and she needs it at the moment because it is red hot. But I don't even know what to say about it, guys. I have no idea what to say about it. This, I suppose, is just a lesson to be learned in something. Don't know what that is, but there is a lesson there somewhere to be learned. If you know what it is, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to write your own story. Hopefully it's better than Daisy's story this week. And we'll catch you next week, 8 PM on Tuesday. Take care, guys.